Hey, so this past week has been the First and Then vlog tour featuring some very awesome people making videos, both directly and indirectly, related to my YA debut, First and Then, which is coming out in October, just a little less than 2 months away. I'm very excited for it, if I have not conveyed that properly in the past. And I thought that for my contribution to the vlog tour, I would read a little excerpt from the book. So today, I thought I would delve into chapter 1. It's a little bit long, but I would just read a little portion of it. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to stay tuned. Let's do this! I gotta put my glasses on first. I feel a little bit like Clark Kent. I feel like vlogger elmify, author Emma Mills. Let's do this. Okay. 1. My college essay was titled School Lunches, TS High, and Me, and it was every bit as terrible as you'd expect. I stared at a poster on the wall behind Mrs. Wentworth's desk while she read. It was this National Geographic-looking photo of a pride of lions on a veldt. One was out front, looking particularly majestic. Golden sun dappled its mane, and whereas the background lions were looking here and there, this one's dark eyes gazed right at me. Underneath the picture, the word achievement was printed in big serif letters. Clearly this was supposed to inspire something in me. I wasn't quite sure what. Run faster, kill more gazelles, be better than those riff-raff lions hanging at the periphery. Mrs. Wentworth cleared her throat eventually, and all she said was, "School lunches." It posed the question why without formally asking it. The prompt said to write a page from the story of my life. You eat an awful lot of school lunches in your lifetime, don't you? And this cafeteria food was somehow meaningful to you? There were some deeply moving mashed potatoes, I'm not going to lie. There was something strange happening around her lips, a weird sort of twitching motion. I think a frown and a smile were locked in mortal combat. Devin, I really need you to take this seriously. She meant take it seriously like go home and write an essay about a sick relative, or a sick, I'm sorry, I messed it up a little bit. She meant take it seriously like go home and write an essay about a dead relative, or a sick okay, sorry, blah, blah, blah. She meant take it seriously like go home and write an essay about a dead relative, or a sick bird I had nursed back to health when I was little, or a mission trip to build houses in Guadalajara. I just couldn't find it in my heart to do that. I'd never been to Mexico. But then she surprised me. Don't get me wrong, she said. It's not the topic. It's the execution. You could have run with this. It could have been witty and inventive and really captivating. But it reads like you wrote it during a commercial break. I took offense to that. I wrote it during at least 4 commercial breaks. How much thought did you really give this? It wasn't like I hadn't given any thought to it. I had even gone as far as composing an essay in my head, written in the style of Jane Austen. Jane was my favorite author, hands down, and I knew that my true life story would be told in her style. Oh, there's a little language. I meant to warn you before. There's brief language. It's incoming. I know I don't usually curse in these videos, so I just want to give you a heads up. Jane didn't shy away from the truth about people. I felt like I knew her from reading her books, like I knew the kind of person she had been, and it was someone who I liked a great deal. Someone who saw people for who they really were. Someone who was capable of calling bullshit in the most elegant way imaginable. Jane would tell it like it was. Unfortunately, how it was for me wouldn't make the best sort of college essay. Miss Devon Tennyson requests admission to your university, despite the fact that she is stunningly average. I couldn't say any of this to Mrs. Wentworth. I didn't expect her to understand it, how I took comfort in seeing things through Jane's lens sometimes. She couldn't possibly comprehend the satisfaction I drew from imagining myself as Miss Devon Tennyson and unextraordinary, as opposed to regular Devon Tennyson and just plain boring. When I didn't speak, Mrs. Wentworth set my essay aside. Devon, this is crunch time. You've got a lot of work to do this semester if you want to get your applications competitive. Your GPA isn't bad, but your extracurriculars are definitely lacking. Are you at least aware of this? One brief tryst as girls' cross-country team manager, one failed run for homecoming court, one non-speaking role in the drama department's annual desecration of Beauty and the Beast. I was definitely aware of it. I would have pointed out that I had joined Mrs. Wentworth's own club, the Road to College Club, but it was hardly optional, and as of now, I was the only member. So I just nodded and tried to look solemn. You've still got time. It's only August, but before you know it, deadlines are going to start creeping up. You've expressed some interest in reading university. Let's pursue it. But we need to explore all our options. If there are any other schools you've got in mind, let's visit them. Visit? For a brief second, I imagined myself on the road with Mrs. Wentworth, arguing over complimentary shower caps in some cheesy motel room. You can't make informed decisions without knowing what you're getting into, said Mrs. Wentworth. You wouldn't buy a dress without trying it on first, would you? I choked back, maybe if I bought it online, and just shook my head. It wasn't the idea of college visits I was apprehensive of. It was the concept of Road to College Club in general. I think this will be good for you, my mom had said, holding up a flyer sent home in the mail and officially making Road to College Club akin to broccoli and sunscreen. Maybe it would be good for me, but that didn't mean I had to like it. Are there any particular majors you're interested in? Not really. Saying advanced breakfast with a minor in cable television would surely bring about some epic battle that Mrs. Wentworth's smile was doomed to lose. We've got some things to think about. This week I want you to look for extracurricular activities. Join a club. Start your own. It's not too late to get yourself out there and get involved. Ugh, she sounded like a brochure. I suppressed an eye roll and opted for a non-committal head bob. It was quiet for a moment. I thought she was going to dismiss me, but when I looked up, Mrs. Wentworth was examining me through narrowed eyes. Her first name was Isabel. She wasn't very old in the grand scheme of things, but by high school standards, she seemed it. She wore patterned sweaters and long, shapeless floral skirts. Still, Mrs. Wentworth's eyes were very beautiful. Her lashes were thick and dark, and the color was just as vibrant, just as green as it must have been when she was my age. I liked to think that she was incredibly popular in those days. All the guys would follow her around and offer to drive her home, and tell her that she looked like the girls in the magazines. And she would laugh and flip her dark curls, and have no idea that there would be a time in her life when she would be Mrs. Wentworth, and care what some obnoxious girl wrote to get into Reading University. Devon, she said, and somehow I felt like the voice speaking was a little more Isabel and a little less Mrs. Wentworth. Do you want to go to college? No one had ever asked me that. College was the natural order of things. According to my parents, between birth and death, there had to be college. I don't know what else I would do, I said. Join the army, was her simple reply. I made a face. I hate being yelled at. The Peace Corps, then. A choking noise erupted from my throat, something like a cat being strangled. I hate being selfless. All right. The twitching around Mrs. Wentworth's lips started up again. Get a job. Just start working? Just like that? Lots of people do it. Some very successful people never went to college. Yeah, look at Hollywood. There's one. Go to Hollywood. Become a star. But I can't act. I've never even talked in a play. So, join drama club. Yeah, chorus member number 12 will be my ticket to stardom. Why not? Well, first, you have to like doing that kind of stuff, which I don't. And second, you have to be good at it, which I'm not. So what are you good at? I don't know. Nothing, really. Now how can you say that? I couldn't express it right, not without Jane's help. Those turns of phrases she used that gave elegance to even the unpleasant things. She would say I was wanting in singularity, staunchly average, spectacularly insufficient in situations like this, in the face of all caps achievement. Because what if you didn't have it in you? What if deep down you were just one of those background lions? Everyone's good at something, Mrs. Wentworth said, after observing me for a moment. You'll find your niche. And you know a good place to find it? College. See, you're a good guesser. There's something already. I smiled a little. I think you're the perfect candidate for college. Don't think I'm trying to dissuade you here. I just want to know why you want to continue your education. My parents, I said. She could have just asked that straight off the blocks. To get away from them? To keep them from murdering me. A particularly fierce twitch seized her lips. I want you to get involved, she said, sticking the essay back into my file. It was the only thing in there, save the crumpled postcard from Reading University that I showed her at our first meeting. And give the personal statement another try. Heck, write the whole life story while you're at it. I made another face. All right, I won't get ahead of myself. Have a good day, Devon. You too, I said, and left the office. I'm going to stop there. For For chapter 1, it continues. The whole book is not just a series of guidance counseling sessions. There are many other things involved, including romance and football and hopefully some humor and some feels and some sibling relationships and many other things that I'm very excited to share with you. So the first part kind of just establishes, I think, the narrator, Devon, a little bit of her situation. She is kind of in a very privileged position of being able to go to college, but she is also kind of apathetic and directionless. So that's kind of the start of her journey. And stay tuned to find out more. If you would like to hear more of Chapter 1, let me know in the comments section. Maybe we can do a Chapter 1 Part 2 video before the book comes out. And in the meantime, I'm going to put a link to some pre-order places if you feel like checking that out. And I will also put a link to the playlist for the other First and Then vlog tour videos. There's some very cool stuff in there if you want to check that out as well. I hope that you have a great week, and I'll be back with some of my more usual hijinks very soon.